Low-cost housing is our topic for tonight, and I have both the Executive Director of GURA, Mike Duenas, and the President of Guam Housing Corporation, Martin Benavente. Low-cost housing. Martin, the headlines today basically showed about, of course, the tourist numbers are climbing. The unfortunate thing is the number of Japanese coming in is declining. It looks like we're making up in the basically untapped Korean market.
Yes.
The Russian market as well, they're coming in. They sought approval for, I think, a couple other airlines to come in here from Vladivostok. That's going to climb. They stay longer, they spend more, and then the numbers from Korean market will climb. We know there are some hotels under renovation. There's a hotel going up right now. So that's going to go into the inventory of rooms, which means you're going to have employment. Most of the employment, you have a few, not too many, in the hotel industry that are high-paying jobs. Most of the jobs that will be filled by employees will be minimum wage, if not just a little higher. Your clients, they're going to need homes. They're going to need homes. And what are you talking about in oversaturation? Nick Captain talks about a 2 or 3 year spike here when the speculation on the 20,000 Marines and families coming to Guam. And Nick goes around blaming everybody, basically. Now, speculation, okay, is a gamble. It's a entrepreneur. You take the gamble, okay? You talk about legalized gambling. That was legalized gambling. You took the gamble and you lost, okay? Mm-hmm. Don't start blaming the governor now because you lost and you speculated and it didn't pan out for you. So don't blame the governor that his $3,000 home for low-income families now contributed to your loss when you took that gamble. Wait a minute.
Well, we mentioned earlier about natural growth, mm-hmm. and to show you that the demand is still very high, all you need to do is look around the island. You've got, in many homes at night, up to 10 cars parked in front mm-hmm. of the homes. Mm-hmm. That tells you that there's more people there than a single family. Mm-hmm. There's in Stumbu and some of the other areas in the part of the island, Talapopo, the other villages, you have people that are living in canopies mm-hmm. and lean-tos and things like that. And some people that we know that we've assisted for emergency housing are living in cars. Mm-hmm. So we're not oversaturated. What we have is a high-end market mm-hmm. that nobody's buying.
That's right.
But we're government, and our job is to find homes and opportunities for people that have slipped through the cracks. In the past, there was no programs that were designed for these people. So our mm-hmm. planning here, like you said earlier, it takes a couple of years just to get things started, just to get permitting done. So let's get it to that point, and let's see if the numbers need adjusting then, and we'll look mm-hmm. at it. But right now, you cannot prove to me that we're oversaturated at all. There's a demand for houses, mm-hmm. but here's the key: is that what we need to do is people come to my office to apply for loans, and allow them walk out only qualifying for less than 100,000, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. and that ends it for them in the past. But what we're doing now is we're trying to invite metal building systems mm-hmm, and mm-hmm. other building systems to come into Guam, where we could even have hybrids where it's a mixed metal, mixed concrete, mm-hmm. mixed whatever else. But
that are $40,000, $50,000 homes.
That are even cheaper
yeah,
than that.
Sure.
We can even bring it cheaper than 50,000.
Sure.
So what we're saying is that's what we need to do as government, so that mm-hmm. we can put these people in safe and sanitary homes, because we can't just leave them out there under canopies and under the inside the cars and stuff like that. And they're there. You just have to open your eyes and look at it, because it's there. There's people that are looking for homes that are just graduating from college or getting out mm-hmm. getting out of high school. Sure. They're looking for rentals.
Sure.
We have rentals. We want to build up more on rentals. We want to, mm-hmm.
Because
a home is a home is a home, no matter
right. mm-hmm.
if you're renting it or you're paying for it
mm-hmm.
through a mortgage. So we're not close yet to being saturated.
No,
not in that end of the market.
That's right, and Nick is right in the sense that you can oversaturate a market. In this case, as you said earlier, the oversaturation is in the high end. I mean, great example. You have Emerald Towers that's sitting there. I live in that area. If you had the market again, knocking down realtors' doors to buy a house. Believe me, somebody would have picked that up by now and got that going.
Yeah.
Now, I bet you if you could get that at a discounted rate and put the clients that need homes, I bet you'll be able to fill that overnight.
Well, that's not a gamble anymore. That's a sound investment.
That's a sound investment.
And you know, you even have people that are migrating to Guam from the other islands. There's also a silent move coming into Guam from the Northern Marianas.
Sure.
There's a lot of people that have moved over the last few years. They're looking for homes. They're looking for other rental units that
And
they
that's
can
not
find.
going to stop. It's not going to stop. I mean,
Because
we
what's
foresee that.
causing it is not ended yet. So.
That's right. And, again, it's still that pursuit of the American dream to own your home, to get a job and all that. I don't know, the white picket fence is still in people's dreams, but it's still migrating to, and this is the first entry into the United States, and people gravitate to here. And that's what we call natural growth.
Yeah.
And then
Now,
if you have spikes.
One of the things you mentioned was the expected growth in jobs in the visitor industry. You have to look at the governor's housing goal of building 3,000 in the context of his overall blueprint. And that is to bring people out of poverty. To bring them out of poverty, you got to give them the jobs. You have to provide them the jobs. And along with the jobs, you also have to be able to provide them housing that they can afford.
Yeah.
And so the goal of building 3,000 is not something that was pulled out of the air separate from anything. It was basically well thought out. There's 3,000 homes we need to get, and it's tied in with also growing the labor market and growing the visitor industry. So
And looking at the numbers that was presented to him.
That's right.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Now the housing study that Nick Captain cited.
Can you hold off? Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back to that. Okay,
Sure.
Be right back.